Hi, this is Kevin Thomas with the ReelKev Show. Last September at Cinema Diverse, I screened an amazing film called Untold, This Is My Story. I was so moved by this film that I had to meet the writer, director, creator of it, Gina M. Garcia. Thank you, Cinema Diverse, for allowing us to turn her room into a makeshift studio so I was able to talk to Gina and learn more about her true story, which this film is based upon. But the trouble was, there was no future lined up for this film. So whether I posted an interview last year, you would not have been able to see the film. Well, guess what? It is now available for everybody to see. Yes, finally. It is on Amazon. So please check out Untold, This Is My Story. And to learn more about it, let's watch my interview with Gina right now. Go ahead. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas with the ReelKev Show. I haven't done one of these in a while because of the pandemic. But anyway, I am taking TV talk off the couch and out of the box. I'm meeting people wherever I can find them. And this is actually, although it looks like your traditional TV show, we're sitting in a small room at the Cinema Diverse Film Festival in Palm Springs. And we jerry-rigged everything. These are our phones sitting on the backs of chairs acting like they're a camera stand. Okay. But I really could not wait for this interview because I saw a wonderful, wonderful film. And the title, I keep forgetting, but I practiced. Untold, This Is My Story. Did I get it?
Yes, you got it.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, first of all, let's do the facts of the story. It's a true story. Well, based upon a true story. There's always a little fiction and based upon a true story. In fact, this one even at the end says some characters were made up just to get the plot going. But it's about this woman named Gina Garcia. She is the 1% of people who are abducted as children that actually make it out alive. And this story really got me so emotional. Okay, so Gina made this movie about a young girl who was taken and she got away. And I'm not even going to spoil the plot about things because you really need to watch this movie. But Gina wrote it, she directed it, she edited it, and you know what? It's about her. She fictionalized, with actors, not made up the story, her own story. Okay, Gina, I'm done talking. How was it to make a movie about your own story, which was heart-ripping?
Well, a lot of people go, well, was it cathartic? And I would say some of it was cathartic, some of it was healing, and to actually be to this part in my life, I'm like, wow, I did this. So it feels like truly empowering. And my goal of the film from the beginning was to hopefully empower other people to get to the other side of dealing with PTSD, specifically from childhood sexual abuse.
Oh, God. Now, in the movie, I Hate Your Brother. How are you doing with him in real life?
My brother's my best friend.
Okay. Tell him I didn't like him in the movie, and thank God he's your best friend. You'll see why.
Sometimes you need somebody in your life to be that honest with you. And I think, honestly, like my brother, my first version of my film I didn't like until my brother watched it and he goes, you're not being true to who you are. And he's like, you've gone through all this, and my first version, I came across as a victim. And so he's like, Gina, you are not that person anymore. You are so far past that. So you need to go and re-edit your film on who you are today.
And you were 8 when you were abducted, correct?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And how long were you gone?
I was taken for just shy of 3 hours.
As an 8-year-old, even now, I don't want Gina. I don't want any abductions unless her name's Karen. I'm sorry, but now you must have had a very little budget. But there is a very impressive name thanked in the end, Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman. Okay, how did Patty find you, or you find her, and what did she do?
Okay, so Patty was my mentor. So I actually approached her at a film festival. She was getting an award, and I was just like, she's the person that needs to direct my movie. And it was because of Monster. And I was like, that's my story, because my pitch originally when I came out to Hollywood was, my film is Monster with an 8-year-old and a happy ending. And you know, because you really can't pitch a film and it's your story, because they know what the ending is. Like, you survived. So I pitched it to her. She goes, this is a great story. And I gave her this little postcard. It didn't even have my name on it. She goes, do you own the rights to it? I'm like, or she goes, do you have the rights? And I was like, it's my story. And she's like, oh. And then I let other people just talk to her. I walked away, and then I was able to, she asked me over to her seat. I got to sit with her and her mom, and we talked for a while about filmmaking. And I said, will you direct my movie? I'm like, Monster inspired me so much, because I adored her for Monster. So with that, it was, she's like, no. And I'm like, I thought we were friends. I thought we were buddies. You said you loved my story. And she's like, there isn't enough women in Hollywood directing. You have to direct this. I'm like, I'm not a director. And she goes, you will be when you're done.
She is a director. I could vouch for that. You are a director.
Yeah, so she helped me like with my script and kind of, you know, fine tune. You know, she didn't teach me how to be a director. She taught me how to be a better human, and she taught me how to be my own Wonder Woman. I want to help have other people tell their stories. So I have a nonprofit that I'm starting called the Untold Project, and the goal is to go city to city to city with the 40 cities to help other people. We'll screen our movie and then have other people tell their untold stories, because the goal is to have the doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs tell their stories so other survivors can see they too can get to the other side. They could still become things in life. They could be directors. They could be all these different things. Is sometimes you need a mentor, someone like you actually see doing it, to actually do it for yourself.
This is Kevin with the ReelKev Show. So lucky to spend time with Gina M. Garcia, filmmaker extraordinaire, and actually pretty good human being too. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.